So I come to Bali with a pair of Brooks Cascadia 19s, recommended because the Brooks are such a low drop, such a wide platform, and I've got rock plate in. They are super stable and super comfortable. I went up a full size in them, and no matter what, I've been to the Himalayas in them, I've run down mountains. They're just, you get 0 foot fatigue and they're fantastic, but you know, they've got no pickup. They're just a real plodder. So I'm on the hunt for something that's a bit quicker. I've got a pair of Prodigio Pros, but they are just trying to fire me down the mountain, and that's probably down to my lack of skill, because of my age and my weight, and because I'm relatively new to running. I've been running about 3 years, but that, you know, I don't want to stop myself from going and enjoying the mountains, so I'm on a bit of a mission to try and find something that that's going to work. And according to all of the shoe reviews, this was going to be the trainer. This is the HOKA Speedgoat 7, and this is what I found using it over 3 weekends, summiting Mount Batur, Mount Abang and Mount Agung in Bali. In my normal running shoes, I'm a size 9. In trail shoes, I've gone up to a 9.5, but in these I went up to a 10. So I started off at Mount Abang, and on this particular summit I wore a pair of compression socks. These were very thin, and the upper on these is like an engineered mesh upper, actually rubbed on the descents, even with a heel lock. It's very technical, very muddy, very steep, -30s and -40s on the way down. What I found is that the upper does move around quite a bit, and my toes were coming forward and I was getting a bit of toe bump, but what I did find was that this upper, this engineered mesh upper, my toes actually rubbed on the top of it so much that they blistered. Also got massive foot fatigue from these, a lot more than what I get from the Brooks. Could be because I haven't got the plate in there, or because they're a bit softer, or yeah, I'm not really too sure. But the grip is fantastic. The Vibram MegaGrip, the hearts are super cute, but the grip is fantastic no matter where I went, and even when coming down and things did get a little bit dicey, they never let me down. It took me about an hour to get to grips with the grip, pun intended, until I fully trusted them, but then once I trusted them, they never let me down once. There's 34mm of stack under the forefoot, and that is plenty. They're nice and cushioned. You will feel the sharpest of rocks, big ones, if you land on them, especially if you're as heavy as me. I'm 90 kilograms. Other than that, super comfortable. This is a supercritical EVA foam, and the pickup that they're meant to have isn't there, unfortunately. It is more than the Cascadia, but it's not enough for me to want to put up with the foot fatigue you get from them over the Brooks. And there's not really much else about them. If I want something quicker, I'm going to go with a Prodigio Pro. Another downside was when ascending, when power hiking, this ankle collar is quite low, and again, even if you are heel locked in, it's just quite unstable on the back because there's such a big bit of stack. I must have micro rolled my ankle a dozen times in these over the course of the 3 weekends. Second mountain I took them up was Agung. It's not the order I wanted to do it in, but it's just how it played out. So the ascent that we went up was from a temple ascent, and it was about 4 kilometres, and on the way down there's 2.5 kilometres that is actually runnable. I went to HOKA and got a pair of HOKA socks to give them the benefit of the doubt. Heel locked them, done them up super tight, just pitter-pattering down a little bit. They still rubbed the top of my toes, and I've still got quite a lot of toe banging on the front. Not terribly uncomfortable, and you did get quite a bit of cushion from the front, like I said, and the grip was great, but did get quite a bit of foot fatigue. Finally, I went to Mount Batur, and on the second day, the Black Lava Fields, done a 10k run. On the 10k run, I put on a pair of merino wool socks, thickest socks I've got, just to try and mitigate this problem, and just found that that then made my big toe rub, and I got a blister there. So yes, unfortunately the Speedgoat is not the trainer that I'm looking for, so the search continues. I'm actually testing out the ASICS Trabuco 14 next, so if you like this video, please subscribe, and that video will be up in about the next 3 to 4 weeks. Chill. Into the jungle. 30% grade. Bit of grip from the dirt. Makes a change with all the rock. Ticking along nicely